Thanks and welcome back. A question for you. Are you begging for anything in your life? Are you begging for someone to come into your life? Are you begging for a circumstance to turn around? I hope that after you watch this short video, you will stop begging. Now, chances are you're watching this video in the privacy of your own home. There's no one there to judge you. I'm certainly not judging you. I only ask you to watch this video from a real place of truth and honesty with yourself. And if most of us are being honest with ourselves, we could admit that there have been times in life, and maybe you're there now, I don't know, but there's been times in our lives where we have fallen into states of vulnerability, where we feel like we are begging emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially. And I want to tell you that in the days and times that we're living in, if you are meeting the world as a beggar on any of these fronts, you are extremely vulnerable. And as a matter of fact, you look exactly like a delicious lamb chop to the big bad wolves of the world. You will make yourself a mark and make yourself a victim. And I don't want that for any of you. The world is full of examples of what happens when we go begging. If you want to do something interesting for yourself, look up the evolution of vultures. Now, vultures are scavenger birds. That means they're bottom feeders. They did not start out this way. They became scavengers over time, and they became scavengers because they got desperate. So the vultures of today have evolved into creatures who can ingest things like anthrax, botulism, salmonella, things that would kill us in small doses. They're able to break it down because they've built up an immunity. So think about that. If we meet the world in the same way, we end up just building up this immunity, holding our bag open and asking for anyone to fill it. Fill me up with anything, please. It's a very vulnerable state, and I want to give you 3 suggestions on how you can reclaim your life, reclaim your sanity and your dignity if you're feeling as if you're begging for anything in this lifetime. Number 1, and this is critical. Set your mind to match the reality. I'll say again, set your mind to match the reality of your circumstance. The space between reality and expectation is called disappointment. The space between reality and expectation is called disappointment. I want to give you an example. Now, let's say you've experienced a debilitating loss. You're reeling in your life for companionship, for company. And where most people go, and grief is normal, but there's also something that happens beyond the grief, which is a deep despair that opens the gate wide for desperation. And it's a place where you begin to ruminate again and again. I'm so disappointed. Why can't I have the companionship? What is happening for my life? What am I going to do? I'm in a zone of discomfort. So again, what's causing the discomfort is standing in your reality but not looking at it, rather wishing and hoping and setting expectations that have not become apparent yet. So when you match your thinking to the reality, you immediately empower yourself. Instead of the rumination, you can stop and say, you know what? Right now, I am lonely. That is a reality. And it may be this way for a while, but I'm not going to do something crazy, desperate, and stupid to get myself further in a hole. So what will that do for you? That will allow you to wake up in the morning and make eye contact with yourself in the mirror. And that is worth a whole heck of a lot. You can take that dignity and take that lift and start to formulate a plan to address the issue and turn things around. I cannot stress enough the importance of getting yourself out of denial and facing your reality squarely, not on your terms, on the terms of reality. Those are always the terms of the truth. The second point, launch a plan from a position of gratitude. Launch your plan from a position of gratitude. A lack of being thankful and heartfelt gratitude opens the door wide for despair and desperation once again. Give you another example. You lost your job. You're broke. You're in your uncle's basement with no hopes or prospects for the future. Okay, Sheila, you've painted a great picture. Could you tell me what I have to be grateful for in that scenario? Well, if you're in that scenario and you're watching this video, you do have something to be grateful for. That's your eyesight. Okay, someone wants to be a smart aleck. Well, Sheila, guess what? I'm blind. I don't have my eyesight anymore. Well, you can hear me on audio. So you do have something to be grateful for. Every one of us every day, if you just stop and center yourself in the reality of gratitude, it is a natural springboard. You cannot be in despair and in the seat of gratitude at the same time. So start where you are, lift your head up, make your list of items that you are grateful for, and from the lift that will give you, step into the energy that will be available for you to move forward and to create a plan to start turning things around. But if you start with gratitude, which is your attitude, you can't go anywhere but up. Number 3, and this is something we may not think about often, but please stop reaching for the low-hanging fruit. Okay? The juicy, delicious, ripe fruit is higher up in the tree. It's sun-kissed. It's there. It's available for you. Oftentimes, you're not getting what you want because you're reaching for the first thing that's available, and that's the low-hanging fruit. Perhaps you don't have your dream job and dream career because you keep accepting dead-end jobs. You want that fabulous partner and mate in life, yet you keep giving your phone number to losers. So how is it going to happen if your reach does not extend your grasp? I cannot tell you how important it is to create a vision for yourself which forces you to reach for more. Now, the famous saying goes, shoot for the moon, and it's impossible that you won't land in the stars. I hope that this video made a difference for you. I wish you the best, and I'll see you next time.